It's Friday, November 15th, and it's time for your weekly recap. I want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the mystery box giveaway that we did last week. The results are up, so you can click on this to watch the video and see if your name got pulled as one of the winners of the 4 mystery boxes or 20 grab bags. And to see what's up for grabs this week, keep watching right here on the weekly recap. Danielle from Facebook, when should you perform rope magic? On the street? On a stage? Thank you. That's actually one of my favorite things about rope magic, is that you can perform it literally anywhere. I've performed it close up, on stage, on the street, kids' parties, platform, emceeing, you name it, I've done it. And it plays great in every single one of those scenarios. It looks good enough to do close up, but it's visual enough that you can see what's going on from stage, and it packs up into like a little bundle this big. It's awesome. Scott from Facebook, Chris, here's my rope question. What is the best way to cut your rope to the size you need without destroying the ends? All right, it's time for a little craft time with Chris.
Craft time with Chris.
The least expensive and easiest way to do it is to use just regular Scotch tape. What you do is you tape where you're going to cut, then right next to it, you do it again. So now you have 2 side-by-side tape parts, and then you take your scissors and cut right in between the 2. And now you've got kind of what looks like shoelaces. Another way to do it, if you're using really soft rope that has the core taken out of it, is to fold the ends back into the rope and then sew going through the rope with some white thread or matching thread to your rope. And then you get these kind of ends like this, which look good, and they won't ever fray, and you'll never have to replace tape on them or anything like that. And the final method is to cut the rope and then dip the rope, the end of the rope, into some glue and sort of shape it the way you want it, let it dry. Don't set it on anything while it dries, kind of have it hanging over a table like this. And then at the end, you're gonna have a rope that looks like it was just cut, but the ends will never fray. The Hypno Spider asks,
hold on a minute, this one's for me. The Hypno Spider wants to know, Terry, how do you keep your mustache so well groomed?
Excellent question. For the unruly stash, I always recommend using a little bit of earwax. Not your own, that would be disgusting. You get it imported from Uganda, it comes in a little blue jar. You unscrew it, just put a little bit here or there, and you're good to go. Daniel wants to know, what is the best rope routine that is good at all angles and can be inspected at the end? Please answer. Okay. I personally use frayed knot all the time. It is my rope routine that I've developed over the years on the street, so I had to have it so that I could be performing in a 360-degree environment and have the ropes examinable at the end, and so that is what I would recommend. It's frayed knot. This week I want to talk to you about a new trick called Pred-A-Change, available at Magic Geek right now. With this, you write a prediction on the back of a card, like let's say I wrote the 3 of clubs, and then instantly it changes into the 5 of spades, which is the selected card. Very visual magic, and a very, very cool way to reveal a selected card. So I highly recommend you check out Pred-A-Change at magicgeek.com today. Mr. Beyond Magic, what kind of rope do you recommend for rope magic? Soft? Hard? Personally, I use soft rope for most of my routines, but there are routines out there where more stiff rope works better than the soft rope. For example, the routine Rope Nut Knot uses a nylon rope, which has a little more stiffness to it, and it allows you to do tricks like snapping the knot on the end of the rope a little bit better.
Oh, look, it's another question for Terry Wrinkle-Noggin. Andrew wants to know, hey Terry, what do you think about Chris Ballinger?
Who? Kevin from Facebook, with regard to rope magic, I've already learned the Professor's Nightmare and a couple of other bits from Mark Wilson's complete course in magic, but I'd really like to know some rope tricks that would go over well for smaller kids. Any suggestions? The 2 tricks that I use for kids shows all the time are frayed knot and the acrobatic knot. The acrobatic knot is really cool because of how visual it is and how different it is from other rope tricks. It really catches the eye of kids and adults alike. Andrew from YouTube, what's your favorite ways to do comedy rope magic in general? Maybe some good one-liners having to do with rope. I used to use a lot of one-liners in my rope magic, but lately I have been doing a lot more comedy based on the interaction and relationship with an audience member. Afraid Not is designed around that, so I have someone come up and follow along with me, and there's comedy there. There's byplay. They aren't able to do the things that I'm doing, or like the rope does something strange for me that doesn't happen to them, and there's comedy within that you can kind of play off of, and I find that to be more interesting. That being said, here are a couple one-liners that you can use. It looks like it's tied together, but it's not. You see, because and if I just pull like this, look at this, I've got an endless supply of rope. Frank, what is your favorite close-up rope routine that uses other objects besides just rope? It's not really rope, but I do a lot of string and ring stuff with a finger ring, a borrowed finger ring, and like a shoelace. I do that kind of stuff all the time, and I love it, and I think it's very practical. Something that I've been kind of looking into more and studying is Rope Nut Knot by Giovanni Livera. I think that is a fantastic routine and definitely worth looking into. This week at Magic Geek, if you use the coupon code 5, that's F-I-V-E, all lowercase, you're going to get 5% off your order, and your name is going to go into the running for one of these 5 new magic tricks that we have at Magic Geek. These are brand new, very cool new magic tricks, and you could win one of them by placing an order with the coupon code 5. So at the end of the week, we will pick 5 winners, and each of you will get one of these awesome tricks. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Next week, we need your questions on making magic organic. I want to talk about what tricks look organic, how to make tricks that aren't maybe so organic into tricks that look organic, and just what it means to be organic. So just leave your questions down below, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, or on the Magic Geek blog, and I will see you next week.